Today, I'm going to talk to you about how we're making money on Amazon right now without doing any marketing whatsoever. In fact, the business model that we're going to break down for you in big detail, we don't even sell our own products. We're selling other people's already successful items. We're also going to show you the insides of one of the Amazon accounts that we're involved in so you can see actual revenue figures right here in this year. So if you want to learn how to build a part or full-time business on Amazon this year, this video is gonna be for you. And also, we upload videos every week documenting the different businesses that we're involved in, how we operate those businesses, how much money we're making, and so much more. So make sure you subscribe right now if you haven't already. Let's kick this off by taking a look at one of our Amazon accounts right now with my business partner, Mike Sieben. Let's check it out. Okay, Mike, so what are we looking at?
Yeah, so as you can see on the screen here, since 2020 on one of our accounts, we've actually done $1.25 million in sales with the exact business model that we're about to talk about here today.
This business model, for those of you watching, nothing was imported here, Mike. This was all from domestic suppliers, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're working with domestic suppliers, pulling in domestic brand name products, and then selling them on existing listings on Amazon's platform.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to jump over and we're going to look at how to find product opportunities with this model right now. All right, Mike. So tell us a little bit about this model and explain like how much money can you make per sale, stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. So this is a product that we actually specifically are bringing into our store for the holiday season coming up. So as you can see, Elf on the Shelf Pets Reindeer, right? So I want to just dive in a little bit deeper and just show you some statistics on this, some data that'll tell you how this product's selling, how much profit that you could expect to make with this item, and really paint a picture on just how much revenue and profit you can make with just something simple like this, right? So for this example, we're actually sourcing and shipping this item for $18.25. So I pre-worked out our actual costs on this item. So one of our really handy software tools here, we essentially would just hop in here. We can see the sell price. This is currently selling for $33. We would come in here and we'd put in our buy cost, and our buy cost would kind of be our all-in cost. And then that would give us our end of the day net profit margin, ROI, and overall margin, right? So for each sale that we make of this, we're making $3.71, an ROI of 20%, and an overall margin of 11%, right? So that's a per unit profit. Let's take a very quick look at just how many sales this thing is making. Obviously, at the time of filming, we're coming up to Q4, so those sales will definitely increase. But we'll take a quick little look at what we're looking at per month. So 26 sales on this item per month. And the overall gross revenue of this item would be about $701, right? Now, bear in mind for this, doesn't seem that impressive, but we're coming into the Q4 season. Let's take a look a little bit deeper what that might actually look like, right? So at the time of filming, this BSR or best sellers rank is about 139,000 in toys and games, right? So that means there's 139,000 other items that sell better than this. And then if we go back to the year prior, we can see on our handy little graph here that our sales rank or BSR actually can drop as low as about 9 or 10,000, meaning that the amount of sales that are going to happen around that Christmas holiday season time is probably going to be about 10 to 20 times what it currently is. So just painting a quick little picture on why this is an item we're looking at purchasing,
Yeah.
and just what the potential is with an everyday item like this.
And again, we're going to buy this item from a domestic distributor in the US if we're going to sell it on the .com side. So we're not going to import anything. We're going to go to people who already have this in stock. We're going to buy it from them, send some stock into Amazon. Amazon are going to store it in their warehouse. And then every time it sells, that we would sell it, we'll make $3.71 in our hand every time it sells, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. So pretty much nailed down the process there. We made a relationship with a US supplier, opened up account. We get special what's called wholesale pricing right?
Yeah.
That's where the wholesale business model comes from. And then after that, we ship it in, exactly the process like Steven said. And then the amazing thing about this is we can go back to the supplier and we can actually buy these items in bulk. So we don't need to buy these onesie twosies, right? It's as much work and effort upfront to buy this one time as it is 5 times. It's as easy as a phone call or an email to just replenish these items again and again.
Okay, so that's great, Mike. Let's move on now to how would we potentially find product opportunities with the wholesale model?
Yeah, so I just want to come in here and just show you one of the methods that we use to actually find suppliers that can give us our products for the wholesale model. So all I've done here is I'm just hopping into the trending category. I'm just going to click on best sellers. By the way, I'm just on amazon.com. Click into best sellers. And then from here, you can actually go and you can grab any single category that you might be interested in. The amazing thing about wholesale is you can sell in almost any of these categories that you see here and still find products and actually be successful with it, right? So earlier in the video, we use an example of a toy. So let's switch it up. Let's go beauty and personal care. We see some of those items right here. And
Yeah.
so this gives us some inspiration on all the different beauty and makeup items that are actually for sale and very, very popular on Amazon's platform. So as we can see, probably a lot of brands that we would recognize, Essence, Neutrogena, Revlon, all really, really large brands, right? So from here, we're essentially pulling some inspiration and looking at some of these brands and some of these items. And then we're going to use that to actually go and find suppliers for these items for ourselves.
And that's really clever because a lot of people they talk about products all the time, whereas what we always say when it comes to the wholesale part of our business, different to private label, we start with suppliers typically because they have a massive list of products that we can look at and we can find so many opportunities. So I love this, Mike. And by the way, if you're really enjoying this video so far, go down and give us a like and give us a little hashtag wholesale in the comments while you're at it. Let's keep going, Mike.
Yeah, so absolutely. So we can go through this list and this will give us the actual top 200 products that are selling in each and every category. And so when I'm going through here, I'm basically pulling some inspiration, pulling some good brand names that look like they're selling really well. You know that they sell well because they're on the best sellers category. And then from here, now it's our jobs to actually track down some suppliers that can offer us some of these wholesale products. For this example, we'll take a look at CeraVe up on my screen here. So what we're going to do, and just a reminder, right, we're searching for US suppliers and we're looking to sell our products on amazon.com. So the amazing thing about this business model, it doesn't matter where you're located, where your business is located, you can do this completely hands off and you can do this in the US marketplace from anywhere in the world. Right. So for this example, we're going to say that we are in California, right? We want to get specific with area just so that Google can spit out some of the most relevant results. The more specific we get, the more specific the results will be, right? So what I'm going to come in here and do, and I'm just going to type in CeraVe wholesale suppliers California, right? Super easy and simple search term. And then basically what I'm going to do from here is just come through and I'm going to look for some links and some websites that have some really important keywords, right? Things like distributor, wholesaler, right? These types of suppliers that would ultimately be selling to us at a wholesale price and that only sell business to business. So as we can come in here, our kind of first non-sponsored one is Medcare LLC. So I'm just going to open up that one. And then I'll pull up the American Pharma Wholesale as well. We'll look at two different ones, give ourselves some good chances here, right? So as we pop onto this screen, we want to basically look for a couple things. We want to know that they're wholesale suppliers and we want to know that they only sell business to business. So I'm seeing some really awesome things here. It says that they are an authorized USA wholesale supplier. Another really great thing we see here is please log in to see wholesale cost. What this means to us is that we need to create an account, we need to be a business, and that we need to, in order to do that, we can secure ourselves a wholesale discount, right? So this is an awesome looking supplier and one that I would probably like to move forward with. And so we can click over to the other one, see if we can do the same thing. All right, so as we click over to the other one, we see americapharmawholesale.com. So as we scroll down, really good things we see. We see the words wholesale, right? We see the products that we're looking for, the CeraVe products. We do see a price here. So if we were able to click in here and purchase, maybe this wouldn't be a good fit. So we'll leave this one for now. We'll go ahead and we'll use the Medcare LLC. And then let's take a look and let's dive in saying that we had an account and actually do some analysis on some of these products. All right, so for this example, we'll pop in and we'll look at this CeraVe baby wash and shampoo. So we're not necessarily saying that this supplier is great, that this is going to work out, but we're going to see if we can actually find this product on Amazon and what we would look at if we had this product available to us. So again, I'm just going to pop over and I'm going to open up a tab on Amazon.com. I'm going to grab the name CeraVe Baby Wash and Shampoo. And let's see if we can find this on Amazon. So as we can see in the top right corner, we actually do see a 2-pack for this, which might be a great opportunity. We can put 2 of these together and sell these. So let's take a look at the performance of this, how many sales it makes, and just look a little deeper into this product that we found. First couple things that we see here, we see that this is being sold for $24.12. So we obviously don't have a price on this, but let's take a look at what the sales potential might be if we actually found these products and we're able to source them from this supplier. So as we can see, about 55 2-packs per month are sold. So 110 bottles of this are sold on this listing. $1,444 in monthly revenue could be made here if you're selling at a price of $26.25.
One more thing, Mike, as well. It's interesting. You probably might have spotted this, you might not have, but this one actually, if you look at the Amazon listing itself, you will see that this has actually been shipped from the seller themselves. It's not actually being shipped from Amazon. And so, I'm not saying this is the case, but that may be a reason it doesn't sell as well. But just looking down, it does look like there's other people maybe selling it as well down below in the other sellers. But again, we would have to do a little bit more analysis just to see. But sometimes when people are not using FBA fulfillment by Amazon, they don't make as many sales. So the listing could actually do a lot better had it been FBA'd. That's just a side note. Anyway, but there you go. You can see how many sales have been made. This is absolutely selling with complete certainty. Roughly speaking, how much it's selling. So you have a lot of data before you do anything, which is what's so good about the business model.
Yeah, and one amazing thing that we have to remember is $1,444 is definitely nothing to sniff at. It is a good amount of money that we can share with other sellers and bring into our business. But guess what? This is just one single product. If we pop back over to this supplier, and this is just searching for this one CeraVe brand, we can see that there are dozens and dozens of products by this supplier that could potentially be fits for our wholesale business. This is just one brand from one supplier, right? So the whole name of this wholesale game is to find products that work from the suppliers and not sell one, not sell two, but try to sell as many products from a supplier as possible. So that way those profits, those revenue numbers will actually compound on top of each other.
One thing I want to bring your attention to as well is some items might be a little bit seasonal. Now, we showed you a second ago a really handy tool that actually shows you where the BSR is all throughout the year. That's our more advanced methodology for seeing whether something's seasonal or not. Some of those tools have a little bit of a cost. This is a way to do it completely for free. So again, you could do what we looked at earlier on, Elf on the Shelf, for example. And this is Google Trends, totally free. And it's actually going to tell you what's going on. So if we look at this over the last, let's say, 5 years, it actually will show you, as you can see, this is something that obviously spikes every single year on Google around this time of year, right? So this is a seasonal item. This is a seasonal pattern. So that's just something to look out for. Another example, I suppose, that I actually really always laughed at was a fidget spinner. And I want to show you this for a good reason. So fidget spinners, you got to be a little bit careful because stuff like this, again, it goes like that. Look, so it's totally different. pattern to the elf on the shelf. It's actually a much more balanced pattern. This is something that would be selling more so all year round. It's a better looking pattern, but the better patterns for you are the ones that are a lot more smooth, typically. But also, it is nice at certain times of the year to jump in and make a bunch of money when there's money to be made. And you can jump back out again. This is the only business model you can do that with. All right, so the last piece of this is how can you grow this business? What can it turn into? So we've made this little calculator. It's really simple. You have suppliers, products per supplier, profit per product, and how many sales could you make on average per day. So let's just go here, Mike, with what would we say, three or four suppliers? What do you think?
Yeah, let's slide that up to 3 suppliers. Take a look at what it looks like.
All right, what do you think products then?
Let's do 6 products. I think that's pretty manageable when we're getting started for sure.
Yep. Put this maybe $3 or something.
Yeah, that sounds great. And we saw the elf on the shelf earlier was kind of that $3 to $4 range.
Yeah, so let's put that maybe to 2 sales a day. So on average, each of the items that you're gonna have are gonna make 2 sales on average per day, which is obviously low, but we wanna keep it sensible here in this video today. But you can see that's an annual revenue of $259,000, a profit in your pocket every single month of $3,240 approximately, and an annual profit of almost $40,000. So again, with something as simple as this, you could be making almost 40 grand a year. But then all you got to do, to scale that up is just add in suppliers. So over time, let's say you got to 5 suppliers. Let's just say you got to maybe 9 products per supplier. Let's just move this up a little bit. So let's say we got into more popular products that we're selling more per day. And right there, that's a $12,000 a month profit business, 145,000 there. That's not something you're going to build overnight, but it just shows you, Mike, really this business comes down to suppliers, products, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, there's no marketing required, right? Like you're literally we do tiny bits of paid advertising with this model, and yet we're producing a lot of money. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I think it's actually very reasonable, those numbers we looked at, because just in the short time we had to make this video today, we went and we found one wholesale supplier. We found access to at least the one brand we're looking at had dozens of products. I bet this supplier probably has thousands of products available. So to think that you could go out and find 3 to 5 suppliers that could give you anywhere from 6 to 9 products like we looked at, and we already saw that those profits are achievable. This is absolutely something that every single one of you can do, something that we've done for the past 4+ years in our own business, and something that Steven and his business partners have done for 8 to 15 years, some in and around there.
Absolutely. And so look, if you've really enjoyed today's video, jump down and give us a like. And the second thing I highly recommend you do is check out the free training down below. Myself and Mike are on that free training. We teach you the 6 steps behind the business model. It's really simple. It works. It's incredibly proven. And we're here to teach you. So from me, I just want to say thank you. And Mike, thank you for coming on this video as well. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me today. I love sharing this business model. I look forward to connecting with you guys down in the comment section. So make sure you hit that. If you're not subscribed already, please make sure to do so. We're going to come out with tons of good content in the future for you to follow along with. And we look forward to seeing you in the free training as well.